Hello everybody, I'm Victoria. Welcome to my monthly book vlog. Every month I put up a little 5-minute vlog on books that I've read this month that I think are worth sharing and worth discussing. This month I am on Putney Embankment. Admittedly it's not a million miles away from where I live, but I haven't chosen it randomly. It has been chosen for a reason. And the reason is because it's linked to one of the books we're going to chat about. The two books we're going to look at this month. One is Siren by Annemarie Neary, and the other is Romantic Outlaws by Charlotte Gordon. The reason why I've chosen these is I think they work well together, is they both weave the personal with the political, which is a bit of a selling point when it comes to me. So first of all, if we start with Siren by Annemarie Neary, this is a psychological thriller with a female protagonist. And that's a pretty popular genre right now. Obviously you can trace it back to Gone Girl, but last year we had The Big Girl on a Train by Paula Hawkins and I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. And so this is obviously going to be in a very popular field. The thing is, in a popular field is what can you bring to the table that's anything new? Because Siren is a very taut, well-written book which has the central female character battling internal demons as well as external foes to try and speak the truth. But the USP in Siren, which makes me love it so much, is that we're following a young girl called Sheen. And when she was a schoolgirl, she lived in Northern Ireland during the conflict. And part of the demon she has to face are the crimes that she witnessed and the crimes that she was involved in when she was just a young girl. And now, 20 years later, she's seeing the man who was the cause of most of her distress rising up through the political ranks in Northern Ireland, and she wants to expose him in order to set those people who are still suffering from his crimes free. Annemarie Neary beautifully captures the naivety of the young Sheen as she tries to navigate her way through a very political Belfast. All the characters have secrets, all of them are wrestling with demons, and the time that we spend in conflict Northern Ireland is so well written, and it makes this a real standout addition to a very popular genre. So if you like your psychological thrillers, add Siren to the list, you'll love it. So the second book, Romantic Outlaws. This is a double biography on Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley. For those of you who don't know who Mary Wollstonecraft and Mary Shelley were, Mary Wollstonecraft was the writer of Vindication of the Rights of Women, one of the earliest feminist writings, and still remains an extraordinarily pioneering and relevant piece on sex and gender. And this is Mary Shelley, the writer of Frankenstein, and the creator of the entire science fiction genre, and my favourite book. These two women, even if you have heard of them, most people don't realise that Mary Wollstonecraft is Mary Shelley's mother. And why would you realise that, I suppose? Because Mary Wollstonecraft died from an infection she got giving birth to Mary. She died a couple of weeks after Mary was born. So there isn't a great deal of body of work that would necessarily connect them directly. However, what Charlotte Gordon has done is she has created a compare and contrast as we follow the two Marys through similar parts of their lives, and how these two extraordinarily outspoken, willful and brave women confronted societal prejudices both through the way they led their lives and through their writings. And the reason why I'm in Putney is because Mary Wollstonecraft got very depressed with some of the treatment and the scorn that she got from society and from her male lovers, who, though took pride that they were with Mary Wollstonecraft, couldn't somehow behave in a way that would be worthy of her love. And she actually attempted suicide by jumping off Putney Bridge. And funny enough, her daughter Mary Shelley, 40 years later, would actually live in Putney for a few years before she died herself from a brain tumour. This is an amazing book. yes, it will take a while to read, but it's based on the journals and letters that both Marys kept and those close to them. These women both were single mothers. They both had children out of wedlock. Neither of them led conventional lives. Both had writing that astonished society and was never really given enough credit in their lifetimes. What's incredibly sad about this book, though, is how little has changed, and how you realise these two women who are fighting gender prejudices of the way they should behave in society. Yeah, we still shame similar behaviour today. So an incredibly powerful and evocative double biography that really lifts these two extraordinary women off the pages and gives all the respect to these women who've changed the way that we are, changed the way that we live, changed the way that we think. Extraordinary. And for those lovers of Frankenstein, like me, it's really interesting to read in this book how the creature in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein bears an awful lot of hallmarks to Mary Shelley's own life, because Mary Shelley grew up without her mother, much like the creature did in Frankenstein, and she too was scorned and shamed by society for the way she wanted to live her life, as of course the creature is in Frankenstein. So if you love Frankenstein, if you love feminism, get this book. It's wonderful. And Charlotte Gordon has made this incredibly easy to read, not a dry read at all. So there we go. Those are my two monthly recommendations. So see if you can get through these two this month. Please come and visit Putney as well, but though please don't jump from the bridge. Okay, so thank you very much for listening, and next month I might come from an indoors venue. It's a little bit chilly outside. Okay, but have a good month and see you in April.